I mean, we just can't get it right. We can't get the game right, and it's starting to be really frustrating. Today, we're going to talk about the update from yesterday, how it kind of further broke the game in some ways. Shocker, that always seems to happen. And how some of the things they said they fixed in the update didn't even get fixed. I don't know how that happens, but we're going to talk about it today in this video. If you're new to the channel, hey, we do this every day. Madden news, updates, tips, all that good stuff. Make sure to subscribe, turn the bell icon on if you don't want to miss out on any of these videos. And we brought the face cam back. We got the face cam back because I'm now in my new house in my office. So gonna try to start face camming again like we were doing a little while back, but just kind of got busy and just wasn't able to face cam that much. But anyway, let's get into it. So in yesterday's update, a lot of bug fixes. Some of them actually did get fixed. Some of the stuff in Face of the Franchise, we had some bug fixes, some gameplay things with tackling, some contains. The contains are still being wonky, in my opinion. They're still not performing exactly like contains are supposed to. And like I've been saying for the past, I don't know, a couple years now, it just seems like they can't get contains right in this game for some reason. But one thing I really want to talk about today is what they did on the offensive side of the ball that is one of the worst band-aid fixes I think I've ever seen. And I hate to have to make videos like this, but let's just be honest. Madden 21 filled with bugs, probably the worst launch ever, right? You know, every year there's bugs and there's things that launch that are problems, but this year it's far beyond anything that I've ever seen. And even when they're trying to fix some of these bugs, they're still not being fixed. So they tried to fix the man flip glitch essentially by making it to where in some of the formations where you could make the man flip glitch happen, now you can't motion snap receivers versus man-to-man defense, which is awful because now there's a tell if the defense is in man or in zone. Now the man flip glitch needed to be fixed. Obviously, not a good thing to be in the game at all. If you motion certain receivers in certain formations, you can make the cornerbacks swap positions and they will be defending the person on the other side of the field, because if you snap the ball quickly before that receiver actually motioned to the other side of the field, then that would cause the cornerbacks to flip and guys would be wide open. Obviously awful, shouldn't be in the game, needed to be fixed. Instead of fixing that issue, they did what they do a lot, and that's they band-aided. A band-aid fix, something that none of us like, where they say, hey, instead of actually fixing this problem, maybe whatever this is going to take us much longer to fix, so we're going to put a band-aid on it, and essentially we're going to mess something else up just in order to stop this from being such a problem. And that's what they did. So let's show you exactly how they decided to fix this issue. Today's video is sponsored by Manscaped. Look, if you've been around my channel at all, you already know how I feel about Manscaped and their Perfect Package 3.0 all-in-one men's grooming kit that makes manscaping both safe and easy. But one of the most underrated parts of this whole kit that we don't talk about enough is the Crop Preserver Anti-Chafing Ball Deodorant. Think about this. You put deodorant on your armpits, right? So why wouldn't you put it on the smelliest part of your whole body? Now, I didn't know this was a thing either, so if you didn't know, no big deal. I didn't know until I started getting sponsored by Manscaped, but now that I've used it, it's one of those products that I can't live without. It helps me stay cool and fresh down there all day long, and I don't know about you guys, but that's pretty important to me. Now, for a limited time, if you purchase the Perfect Package 3.0 kit with my link below, manscaped.com/Eric20, you get free shipping and 2 free gifts, the Shed Travel Bag and the Anti-Chafing Boxer Briefs. Again, that's manscaped.com/Eric20 below. Your balls will thank you. Okay, so a big area where this got a hit is like the trips tight end type sets, right? So we're just going to call a random play. The play doesn't matter here, and we're going to call a man defense. I'm going to go to dime. I'm going to pick cover 2 man. Now, before this update, let's say you wanted to motion this wide receiver, Randall Cobb. You want to motion him. You can snap it after he takes a few steps, or you could wait for him to get to the other side of the field, just depending on how your route combos are set up or whatever. But because of the man flip glitch, this was sometimes causing assignments to swap. So their bright idea to fix this was to say, hey, if it's man, you can't motion snap him until he gets to the other side of the field, because that'll prevent the switch from happening or being as drastic. So let's say I'm gonna put him on a slant here, and I say, hey, you know, I'm gonna try to motion snap him. Look, I'm trying to snap the ball and I can't do it. I have to wait for him to get to the other side of the field. Now I can snap the ball. And some of you might be saying, well, why is that a big deal? What is the big deal with that? Well, I'm going to tell you what the big deal is, because now I'm going to back out and I'm going to pick a zone coverage, and I want you to watch the difference. So I've just picked the same play. Here we're going to go to dime. Now I'm going to call Tampa 2. You can see all the plays right here are zone plays. So I'm not faking you out. I can't even call a man play. So we're calling Tampa 2. Now watch what happens. I can snap the ball while he's right there. So I know the defense is in zone or man based on where they'll allow me to snap the ball. Why is that a big deal? Well, because now I know what coverage my opponent's in. At least I I don't know exactly what zone he's in, but I do know that he's for sure in a zone, and in Madden, most zone beaters are kind of universal. So if something beats cover 2, it might beat cover 3, cover 4 pretty consistently as well. So that's not the only formation. You got similar things like a Trey Y flex, for example, which is very similar to a trips tight end. So again, here we'll go pick a man defense. Okay, I'm trying to motion snap him, can't do it. I have to wait. Now it lets me snap it, so I know they're in man defense. I know right away my opponent's in man defense. I just threw a pick because I'm just being awful and just pressing buttons, but I'm just trying to demonstrate to you that I know what coverage my opponent is in. So now we're going to back out. We're going to go do the same thing, same play, except now we're going to pick a zone coverage out of dime. Again, we'll just pick cover 2. So now I can snap the ball. So I always know right off the bat if my opponent's in man or in zone. So what you do here is if you're using these types of sets, you set up your zone beater, whatever your route combinations are to beat zone. If it lets you snap the ball early, good, you're set to go, you're in zone. If it doesn't let you snap early, now you can regroup. You let them get to the other side of the field, maybe you change up a few routes, now you're ready to beat man. Now, some plays you might have are set up to beat man and zone pretty effectively both ways, which is fine, then it doesn't really matter. But the fact that you know, okay, he's definitely in man, so let me just change a route up that's a little bit more beneficial against man, it gives the offense much more of an advantage now in a game where defense was already hard enough to play. This is one of the hardest years to play defense. Zones don't react very well. There's not a lot of crazy pressure in the game yet, at least not reasonable pressure. Everybody's kind of just running man defense because zone is that bad. The users have been severely nerfed, so it's a little bit of work to play defense now, and now you've just given a tell to the offense that, hey, they're in man or they're in zone. That's a horrible fix. That breaks the game further. I'm all for fixing every bug in the game and doing whatever many updates you need to do to get the worst things in the game out. But creating another problem to solve the previous problem is never something I understand. Then they said they fixed the QB glitch and squads and KO, where sometimes your opponent would switch to the quarterback middle game when you would call shotgun plays. That hasn't been fixed. They said they fixed it. I'm getting comments all day long that the issue is still there. The issues are still there. They didn't fix it at all. So that one is the one that, like, even for me, I'm like, how can you say you fixed it and then as soon as people hop in the game, it's very clearly not fixed? Like, if we hop into games right away and it's like, hey, the bug's still here, well then I just want to know, what did you see on your end that said, oh, well, this is fixed? So that's still an issue. And then there's still all the plethora of other issues that are still in the game that haven't been fixed. They have been announced for other updates, like the chew clock bug, the kick meter lag, and just things like that. Great, we need it fixed, but until that next update, we're still dealing with it on top of other things that you said you fixed, but you didn't actually fix. And then you said you fixed one thing, but then you broke something else. Madden 21 is not in a good state right now. I've said it a bunch of times. I've personally had fun, but you know why? I'm playing a lot of Yard, because the Yard's like the best mode in the game that doesn't really have any issues right now. So I might just be biased because I'm spending most of my time on the one mode that actually does not have a lot of issues. It's been pretty fun. I haven't seen any major bugs, at least not for online head-to-head play. I know there was a bug versus the computer where players were disappearing, but that definitely has already been fixed. So, but head-to-head, I haven't really seen any bugs. But, you know, I've been wanting to play more online head-to-head, and I've kind of taken a little step back just because of some of the various things like the chew clock glitch and things like that that are still in the game. Not only that, but it seems like every day there's some type of a server issue or some type of an issue inside Ultimate Team, so you can't get in there either. I mean, this is just a look at the Madden NFL Direct Twitter yesterday. And this is the Twitter account where they announce when something's going wrong in the game, if they're trying to fix something or update something. And somebody asked, hey, is there any update on solo battles? Because solo battles was down because there was a bug. And they came and said, solo battles are back. And then literally, this was like a few minutes later, they said, update, solo battles are now gated for the time being, meaning they had to pull it back down because there were still the same issues going on with solo battles. Then they come a few hours later and say, Madden Ultimate Team is currently aware that some Ultimate Team players are experiencing issues in game. The Madden team will be doing an emergency maintenance within the hour. The MUT mode will be gated temporarily. Like, this is all day long that modes are being taken offline, being gated. Certain, you know, modes within the mode, like solo battles or squads or something like that, is being gated because there's something wrong with it. It's just at the point now where, look, the game's already the worst rated Madden ever, right? It's the worst user score rated ever, even if a lot of people were just spamming zeros. I mean, it lets you know there's a lot of people upset with the game, even if it is maybe for franchise mode or if it's for gameplay or if it's for both. But with the game that we have, there's still so many issues on top of the fact that people were already mad about the game, and it just doesn't seem to be getting any better, and that is frustrating. It's frustrating for us as content creators because we just want to enjoy the game and put out content for other people that enjoy the game, but it's making it hard to do that because it's hard to put out content when there's so much stuff wrong with the game. And then even when you're coming with all these updates one after the other and saying something is fixed and it's still not fixed, or you're breaking something else in the process, it's getting to be a bit much, and we all just want to enjoy the game. Like I said, the yard has been fun. I love it. If there's one thing I can give you props on, it's the yard, but everything else right now in the game, it seems like every day, even areas of the game that I was having fun in, like playing online head-to-head, they're getting worse by the day because of the issues that keep popping up or that are not getting fixed. We need to get it together because this, I mean, Madden 21 really is the only place it can go is up. And next gen's right around the corner, and I pray to God that next gen has a much better launch than this and has more to offer, because right now it's just not in a good state and we just want to enjoy the game. So we need to get it together. These updates need to be better. We need to put out better fixes for the game. Let me know what you feel below. As always, I will see you guys next time.